Hello and welcome back to Desire Dialogues. It's your girl, sex coach Lauren, and this is a podcast where we talk about everything from sex, love, intimacy, communication, desire, oh my gosh, and everything in between. So I'm so happy you're here with me today. I'm so excited for our episode. Attachment styles and intimacy. Cracking the code on our love habits. So what are attachment styles, right? There are 4 of them. And understanding your attachment style is kind of like reading your relationship blueprint. Not just romantic relationship, right? But this is going to explain your intimacy patterns, your biggest love fears, how you behave when things, feel too close or not close enough. These attachments show up in our different, habits of relating, whether that's with family members, parents, and, this episode today, this little lesson is going to break down the 4 main styles, the downfalls of each kind, and the communication and regulation tools that can help you move, from reaction to connection with some self-awareness. So what are attachment styles? Well, attachment styles are the emotional bonds that we develop in childhood and shape how we connect in our adult relationships. And they're not your fault, but they are your responsibility. And they're totally shiftable with awareness. Nervous system tools totally help. And this results in conscious communication. So the 4 main types, the first one is what we all hope, right? Secure attachment. The core belief of somebody with secure attachment style is, I am lovable and others are dependable. The behaviors, they're open to intimacy, they trust fairly easy, they communicate directly, they can self-soothe and co-regulate. Potential downfalls are, they may not understand the intensity of fear, or fear with anybody they know that has the insecure attachment styles, and they may unintentionally dismiss others' struggles. So the key skills is to continue to model emotion availability and boundary setting, and to be patient and attuned when partnered with someone who's insecurely attached. Hello, I am an anxious attachment style, and my partner is a secure attachment style. So, funny story. I was heading out to Naughty Book Club a few weeks ago, and I sent him a text message, and he didn't answer me. And within 20 minutes, I'm in this downward spiral. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're not getting married. We're breaking up. Did he get in a car accident? Like, oh my goodness gracious, right? And, we make a joke at it. We laugh about it. And I can see and I know that it's not real. But my brain still goes there. So I just say it out loud. Be like, oh my gosh. So he answers me. He's like, dude, I was getting, booty wipes at Walmart. Everything's fine. Have a great book club. Like, okay, thank you. All right, let's get into our second style, which is the anxious or also preoccupied attachment. Core belief, I need others to complete me or they might leave me. Behaviors, they crave closeness. They often worry about being abandoned. They overthink a lot of messages, and they become really preoccupied with their partner's availability. Downfalls, they can be clingy, overly accommodating. It's a big deal for me. And emotionally reactive, not a big deal for me anymore. I totally worked on that. It took me many years, and I'm a great communicator now, and I'm so thankful. And then here's the thing. We tend to confuse intensity with intimacy, all right? That is a big deal when I was just utilizing sex and having it make it feel like connection. It was like intense one-night stands and things like that. And that wasn't intimacy. It wasn't true. It was just intensity. So we get those a little blurred sometimes, right? The skills to strengthen if you have an attachment or preoccupied attachment style anxious or preoccupied attachment style is self-regulation. Really big tool, really big help is to ground before you react. Breath work and movement to calm your nervous system. That's really just a very hyperactive nervous system. Boundaries, all right? You can practice asking for what you need without over explaining or over, apologizing constantly. I still do those, but I cut myself off a little bit as I realize I'm over explaining. And I still apologize a lot, but sometimes I'll actually decide to count how many times I do it in a day, and it helps me be aware, and then I notice I'm doing it less the next day. Some affirmations. Go ahead, put it on a Post-it. I am worthy of love, even when I'm not being chosen every moment. So a communication tip, right? Instead of, why didn't you text me back? Are you dead? Are we breaking up? Try, I noticed I felt anxious not hearing from you and I could use some reassurance. I use those words a lot. Be like, I really need some reassurance right now. And he gets that. He doesn't need to understand it or anything like that or know what it feels like, but he knows how to provide me reassurance. Those are things that we have talked about, and so it's easy to do now, and it's not a big chaotic mess. The third attachment style is the avoidant, which is also dismissive attachment. The core belief there is I cannot rely on others, and intimacy feels like complete loss of control. Their behaviors are very value independence, right? They love their independence. They withdraw during conflict, and they completely avoid emotional vulnerability at all costs and suppress their needs. The downfalls is they may create emotional distance or kind of just ghost you to avoid that discomfort. They can be, mistaken as cold or a little disconnected. Skills that can help strengthen and bring you closer to a secure attachment style is somatic safety. So practice staying in the body during emotional moments. Touch with stillness and grounding can help, right? So emotional moments like you want to run away, right? How can you ground yourself there just to stay a little bit longer? Low stakes sharing. You can build capacity for emotional expression through small daily check-ins, not one big conversation with a lot of emotions, right? It's like little bites, bite size. Communication tips. Instead of withdrawing, try to say, I need a little space to re-regulate and decompress from this, and then I'll come back. Or I need a little space to digest this, and then I will come back to this conversation. Then we have number 4 is our fearful avoidant attachment style. It's also called disorganized attachment. Their core belief is I want connection, but I don't trust it. The behaviors kind of alternate between craving and fearing intimacy. It's like they may sabotage the closeness, and then they have like intense emotional high and lows. A lot of this is like the downfalls is like that push-pull dynamic, explosive conflict, a deep fear of abandonment and betrayal. And, these are often rooted in early trauma or neglect. Skills that can strengthen this attachment style to more secure is therapeutic support. So trauma-informed work is essential to help you stabilize. Safety rehearsal, role play, and visualize safe conflict and connection. Body mapping, somatics as well. Like you learn how your fear shows up physically and respond gently within your body. Some communication scripts, they're scripts and like exit strategies for when emotions hit and they get really big, right? I want to be close but feel scared. I need a moment to regroup so I don't lash out. Bonus tools, we have some nervous system pairings, right? So you can pair these styles with regulation tools. With the secure attachment style, when you maintain rituals of connection and healthy space, very good. The anxious, co-regulation touch points. How can you co-regulate? How do you regulate your body when you're overwhelmed or when you're feeling anxious? Maybe grab some new tools. These are things I work on my clients with all the time. You're not alone. And self-talk. The way you speak to yourself is huge. If you're an avoidant attachment style, a regulation tool could be practicing safe eye contact, in doses, right? And then like that slow exposure to vulnerable emotional situations. The fearful attachment style, combine like your safety rituals, whether it's like a blanket, a song, a fragrance, with therapy-informed support, all right? So, do you desire to get a little bit more knowledge on what's going on with you? If so, here's some reflection prompts for you, my friends. Number 1, what's your most dominant attachment style? Number 2, what behaviors show up in moments of stress or intimacy? Number 3, what would it look like to give yourself what you need before seeking it from others? So your attachment style isn't your destiny. It's just your default, right? And then with tools and intention, you can really shift how you show up in love and in your life. And remember, healing your attachment doesn't really make you perfect. It just makes you more present, right? So my friends, if you're feeling curious, about your personal patterns, and book a turn on strategy session. Let's map out your, pleasure attachment profile together. I got you. You're not alone. And thank you for tuning in. If you think this would be helpful to share with a friend or with a partner or a loved one, I would love that. If this hit home for you, I would love for you to rate the show, give me a follow so you can tune into the other ones. I really cover such a wide variety of topics on this free platform just for more impact for you. I want to be able to help as many people as I can with all the various things that come with sex, love, and relationships. Until next time.